Today's episode, scary stuff.
That's probably lurking around in your water garden right now.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Today we're going to talk a little bit about just some stuff that we've found lately in our garden again. Mostly just one thing we've really found lurking in our garden.
Today we're going to talk about snakes.
Yeah, we like snakes. Don't get us wrong.
Yeah, we actually do.
But
not everybody does.
Not everybody does, but you need to be ready for them.
Mm-hmm.
They are scary sometimes, and they can. One startled me this morning. I was coming in the door with my grandson, and snake was sunning itself. It scared the living hell out of me. It wasn't doing anything wrong. It just scared the heck out of me. I wasn't expecting it there. I thought it was the hose. And it was a snake. It was a very large snake.
I've done that before. I picked one up thinking it was a hose before.
They are beneficial, honestly, for the most part.
Most of them are
Most of them beneficial. So.
Right. So we're going to go over a little bit about what attracts them, which ones are good for having around in the water garden, which ones you really want to get rid of if you see them.
Okay.
And we'll start with why you have them.
Okay. Why do we have them?
Yeah, you might be really lucky and this not happen, but it happens most of the time. And that is whenever you put in a water garden or koi pond, anything like that, anything with water, you're going to attract frogs.
Frogs. And lizards.
Lizards.
Things.
And small rodents, because you have now provided a water source for nature.
Right.
And if you build it, they will come.
Right.
So what's going to come back by to make sure that your frog, lizard, or rodent population doesn't explode?
Snakes.
Snakes.
Yeah. We're pretty lucky here. We get mostly the black racers, which are beneficial.
Yes. Now, black racers are the ones that are most common here for us in Florida. They are pretty common around the country, from what I understand.
And pretty much they're a type of garter snake.
Yeah, they're a type of, they're a racer is what they are, but they're very fast. They're long black snakes. And they freak people out because they're very curious, and when they're curious, they will rear up and they look like a little cobra.
Which is hysterical.
It freaks people out because they think, oh my God, it's getting ready to attack.
No.
Most of the time it's not.
Except
they
for
run
Ross.
from you. But
except for my dog.
Yeah,
they hated my dog.
They did. Well,
and she hated my dog. She hated them too. Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah.
Off topic.
Yeah. So if you see black racers around, you definitely want them around. And the biggest reason for this is because they will eat other snakes, including the venomous type.
Right.
If you have a lot of black racers around, you're probably not going to have the rattlesnakes and the water moccasins and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, we've had, 2 water moccasins? We've never had a rattlesnake, knock on some wood.
Yeah. One
we've never. Yeah, it was a baby, wasn't it?
Yeah, there you go. One.
Yeah. And we've never had a rattlesnake that I know of. I mean, I've seen them when I walk in the woods here. They're plentiful here, pygmy rattlers and things. But I've never actually seen one on this property yet.
We've
knock on some wood again.
Yeah, we've got a lot of black racers around here, including one that its nickname is Kidding, and that is short for "You've got to be fucking kidding me." He is almost 6 feet long.
Yeah.
Big boy.
Pretty long one.
He's been around for, at least 10 years here.
Yeah.
And he rules our property.
Yeah.
So all the little black snakes we see here, we're guessing
probably
his
related.
offspring.
I don't know if you ever, I mean, we've had a couple of green ones, a couple of the standard ones, which are fine too. They're
green garter
snakes. We've had the brown ones.
And the ringnecks.
The ringnecks. Nothing dangerous. We've had the king snakes, which look kind of like the coral snake, but not.
Right.
But yeah, none of them are venomous. None of them they're all good for the environment here. They're good to keep the frog population down, the lizard population down. Doesn't seem to make an impact, but I'm sure it is if we didn't have them.
Yeah.
So, but they do, like she said, the black racers do kill the venomous ones, which was great.
Yeah.
With our luck, I'm surprised we haven't had an alligator in the pond yet.
Yeah, I have walked in on a racer eating, I think it was a garter snake once. It was really weird looking too, because you don't think a snake eating another snake, but it looks weird.
Yeah.
But they do. And they do go after, they hunt other snakes, which, around here that could also mean like rattlesnakes or water moccasins. So every time we see a black snake, it's like you leave it alone. We tell people who come over to work on the house, leave the black snake alone.
Yep.
Because they're very, very beneficial. They may be a little scary, and they do get really inquisitive. I mean, I had the one brazen.
Brazen just sat on the table out there and just refused to move.
Yeah.
She was like, we called her a she, we don't know, but
Yeah.
it sat there on that table, like it owned the whole table, and all the delivery people were scared, and cause she wasn't 4 feet long, she was maybe 3,
Yeah.
and she was a big girl, we call her a girl, we don't know, but we just called her a girl because she was just such a bitch. She would just sit there and not move, and she'd just pop her head up when people came around, and people were like, ah! And they'd be leaving stuff way out, and they would have to go out way out in the yard to get it, because they weren't coming near. So she put a sign up, and what did the sign say?
Oh gosh.
The snake lives here.
The snake here is not venomous, but she does think she owns the place.
Yeah, or something. It was funny to
Yeah.
say. Didn't help. Most of the people did, and she stayed there for a good 2 weeks.
Yeah.
She lived on that table. She'd go away during the really heat of the day and come back in the afternoons or early morning, and she'd stay there all day.
Yeah.
And
And she wasn't afraid of us. I mean, I was sitting on the table one day, and
that's
then
is that the one you picked up by accident?
No, I was
Okay.
kidding. I picked up by accident. But I was sitting on the table one day just looking at the pond trying to figure out what I was doing. And all of a sudden I felt something tapping my shoulder, and it's Brazen just sitting there. She had climbed up my back and was just sitting there on my shoulder.
Like,
I'm
yo!
Seriously?
Yeah, she was, we say she, we assign them sexes, I guess, because Kidding, we decided he's a boy.
Yeah.
And Brazen was probably, is a girl, but it could be either way. But because she was so nosy and inquisitive, we just figured she had to be a girl.
Yeah.
It was, it's just a thing, we we stereotyped.
Yeah, we did.
Mr. Capson could have fun with that one, we so
we're
did.
terrible.
But they were good. I mean, black snakes especially, you don't want your frog population to get out of control, because that's disgusting. We've actually had a couple of times where they were so ridiculously many of them. We were like, where are all our snakes hiding?
Yeah. Our snakes were on vacation that month.
Yeah, it was weird, because there was a lot of them that one time, and then all of a sudden they all started disappearing, so I was like, oh, snakes are back.
Yeah.
But I think maybe Kidding had gone to the back.
Yeah.
And so when he's around, there's not as many up here. But when he goes to the back, then all the smaller ones will come up, and then they go crazy.
Yeah, Kidding likes to go to the backyard, probably hunting larger prey.
Yeah, he probably gets the
But
rodents.
we still have the water source here, so if he needs a drink, he's going to come up to the pond, and if he saw too many frogs around, he's like, well, let me take care of that.
Yeah, it was, he's something. But yeah, we've gotten his skin, and I haven't seen him this year, but usually you'll see evidence of him, like as he goes away. He doesn't go away quickly. He just like, oh, I'm going to go this way. And you're like, holy cow, he's still going, The one I saw this morning, or whatever day it was, yesterday, whatever, was not quite as big as that. It was probably about 3 feet.
Yeah.
But it was enough to startle me. So I don't think it was Brazen, because it went away too quickly, it moved too quick.
Or Kidding.
Yeah, it might have been Kidding, yeah.
Well, Kidding's the big one.
Kidding's big one, I said, it wasn't Kidding.
It might have been Brazen.
Might have been, Brazen doesn't care enough to move that quick.
Oh.
It was another one. Could have been that other one that you named. Kink, I haven't seen Kink lately. Yeah, we named them.
We name them if they have a
Distinctive feature, because Kink had a kink in the tail. And Kink was here for 3 years?
Yeah.
I haven't seen Kink lately, but that doesn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
But the one that I saw this morning was not any of the normal. Because
Okay.
Brazen, if you see Brazen,
She'll just sit there like, what are
sit
you
there and
gonna
then
do
just
about
kind of slowly go away if she feels like it, but this one took off.
it? Oh.
So it wasn't one of the normals. But, snakes, again, beneficial. We like them. If you have any questions or comments about snakes, stories, we love stories.
Oh, yeah.
Stories about snakes are always fun. Hopefully we can get some, something eventually. We always forget to videotape them, because we're always watching them and enjoying them. Like, we could have had Brazen 100 times. I don't think we ever even took a picture of her.
No, I don't think we ever got Brazen, because
She just sat there, but,
Yeah.
I mean, we could have, we just didn't, because we never think of these things at the time things are occurring. We think of them after, like, oh, we should have video of her, or a picture, or sending anything. We did get the picture of the snake ball, but that's something else.
Okay, so now if you have somebody who is like terrified of snakes and you really, really need to get rid of them, the easiest way is to just manually move them.
Yeah, if it's a non-venomous snake, you could just,
Well,
honestly, I'm not going to pick up a venomous snake with my hands, but,
well, no,
I think
I'm
Ducky
not
would,
even
but...
talking about using your hands. So this goes for venomous or non-venomous, and that is using
Oh.
a snake hook.
Gotcha, I thought you meant like picking it up with your hands like your crazy husband did,
No, no.
Okay.
No.
because I ain't picking one up.
When you think of snake hooks, you usually think about the ones that people use on those nature shows, which kind of look like a kitchen utensil. They're
Yeah.
long and they have like
Like a
dip.
little hook, yeah, we don't use that.
Yeah. Although I know how to use those, if you don't know how to use them, it's
kinda
a
scary.
good way to get bit, especially if you have a venomous or an aggressive snake. So what we use is this thing right here.
Right.
This is a snake hook. Yeah. And this looks scary, but it's actually, not gonna
Even
hurt.
if
It
you
gives
push it all the way down.
I am.
Yeah, that's it. It's not even, my finger's not even, see, I can't move it, I can't get it out, but
Yeah.
it's not hurting it, so.
Yeah. These are made for getting a hold of animals without hurting them. It just feels like a firm grip on something.
Right, yeah, it
It's
literally
it's
like,
not,
you know.
chomp, chomp, chomp.
Yeah,
I can
there's
do this all day.
it's not gonna hurt me,
Yeah.
so.
So you want to get one of these things. I got mine on Amazon for, I think I about spent out $30 on it. It's come so
in handy,
handy for
yeah.
everything. I mean, we use it to pull plants out. We use it to
Yeah, we do
grab
though.
things that are on the top shelf. But
Yeah, we use it for snakes, we
Yeah,
have
but-
used it for snakes.
Mhm. Oh, yeah,
We used it to hold that little sneaky opossum.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Yeah,
it's a great
so
thing. Like I
you
said, I'm not
wanna-
picking them up with my hand, but I know your husband did.
Yeah, but if you have water garden, it is actually a worthwhile investment to get a snake hook because while we've been fortunate that some people may not be as fortunate in not dealing with the venomous ones.
Right.
Now, the most common venomous snake that's going to come hanging around in your water garden is the water moccasin,
Water mock.
otherwise known as the cottonmouth.
Right. At least here in
And-
Florida,
Yeah. Well, no.
in Georgia. I mean, just
a
in the
lot of
south.
places.
Yeah.
And the problem with cottonmouths is that they are aggressive and they're territorial. So,
One
if
moves
you're-
in and takes over.
one moves in and takes over, you're going to want to get rid of it. And if you have pets or children or even adults, you don't want a snake telling you you can't get near your pond.
Right.
And while water moccasin venom won't necessarily kill you,
I
it will make
apologize.
you
I'm watching the
exposed.
lizard walk up the.
Oh,
Go ahead,
okay.
go ahead. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm easily distracted. But
Hey,
go ahead.
lizard, we're talking about snakes.
Yeah.
But, well, water moccasin venom won't necessarily kill you. As an adult, it can kill children, it can kill pets.
And it hangs on.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a nice little snake.
And they are very aggressive and they can repeat
Yeah.
strike.
Yes.
So if you have a water moccasin, you're really going to want to get rid of it. Now, you can do it humanely by catching it and relocating it, but if you're going to relocate it, it's going to be a chore because you're going to have to basically catch it, put it in a container, and drive it several miles away from your house.
Yeah.
I'm not
Because it's going to
kidding
smell
about
out the
this.
water again. It's going to come right back.
The other way is to humanely euthanize it. I suggest beheading with machete, but that's quick and easy.
Now you guys actually released the one you caught because it was young. You guys
Yeah,
went
we
back.
did. We
Yeah.
got
They took it back to
pond.
the, they took it way back to the.
We took it
ditch.
to another water source.
Yeah, dumped it way back there. Yeah.
Yeah, now, if you do release a venomous snake, release it near another water source. That way it's going to go, oh, new home, instead of seeking out.
The old water source,
water
the one that
source.
it sensed to begin with.
Right.
Like I said, we've been very lucky. We've only had the one that I know of, and I've never
It's
seen
only
it
been
yet.
the one.
Yeah.
Now, now you can relocate non-venomous ones as well. We say don't kill non-venomous ones. They're no threat to you.
I wouldn't even rehome them, honestly. Just leave them alone.
Yeah, I wouldn't rehome them
Yeah.
either, but some people are like deathly
Terrified,
of
yeah.
snakes.
So get some friend of yours to help you catch them with a hook and just
Yeah,
move them.
Just catch them, throw them in a container, like a Tupperware, one of the bins or something, like what we, just a bin.
Even a toothpaste. Even a toothpaste. What I was trying to say was a
pillowcase.
pillowcase.
Yeah, even a pillowcase.
Pillowcase will work if you're not absolutely, if whoever caught them is not terrified.
Yeah.
Again, non-venomous, it's not going to hurt you anyway. But the pillowcases work if you don't have a container.
Yeah, just drive it a few miles away, let it loose in the woods or in a wooded area or something like that, or near a river bank or something like that. It'll be happy. You won't have to worry about it coming back. Most people, they don't think about that. They'll grab a snake and they'll just walk it to the end of their property or to the driveway or something and let it go, and it's just going to turn around and go right back.
I was watching I'll change the subject. I was watching a video of snake. This guy had a ducks, baby ducks, the eggs for the ducks, and they had a snake around the eggs. And the guy caught the snake, and he carries it out and drops it 20 feet away in the woods. And I'm like, okay, that didn't accomplish anything because it's going to wait till you go away and it's going to come right back and eat those eggs again.
Yep.
So I kind of felt like laughing. I'm going, what are you thinking? Do you not know what a snake is going to, they're going to remember.
Yeah.
You can't put it that close to the house. You have to, take a significant portion away somewhere else that it has something else to eat or something else to do. I just thought it was the funniest thing ever watching him stupidly drop it 20 feet away because it's going to come right back.
It's like, the food's over there, right?
Yeah, it was kind of funny. I was laughing at myself because even I know you can't put them anywhere close to where you want it to be. So it was just kind of cute.
Now now some people think that all you have to do is call like wildlife control and they'll come get a snake. No, not unless a person's life is in danger, and that's if you have a rattlesnake cornering you in your kitchen.
Yeah.
Most of the time, Fish and Wildlife will say leave it alone.
Yeah.
So
It'll go away on its own. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you absolutely have to relocate a snake, don't think that wildlife is going to, or Fish and Wildlife is going to do it for you, because they won't.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some reptile places and things like that that will come out, but they're going to charge you.
Yeah.
So again, the snake hook is a great thing to have on hand.
Yeah, and with the snake hook, you want to catch near the head. You don't want to catch near the tail.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, we think that would go without saying, but
You'd think, but I can see somebody grabbing the end of the tail with the hook and thinking it's going to be fun, and then they end up with a very, very angry whip on their hands.
yeah, no, you want to catch the head.
Yes,
You might still have a whip, but the whip's just the tail. It doesn't matter.
What would be the neck, I
Yeah,
guess, would be
yeah.
behind the head, the neck.
But again, we don't normally catch ours. We just leave them alone, and they know it, and they're not afraid of us, for the most part, unless we startle them like I did. But if you have any stories about snakes, we'd love to hear that. Like, subscribe, share, comment below.
Yeah.
Go to our shop, buy stuff.
Yeah.
Oh look, I have our shirt on again.
And oh look, I don't.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but we also have the ornament shop,
Yeah, the fishy store.
the Fishy Store.
And
So
that's
buy
it.
some stuff there. We're still trying to make koi rana, and we're still trying to do some field
Field trips.
trips.
And interviews
So
and other
and
fun
things. So
stuff.
we've got some things in the
Yeah.
works right now. We're gonna be doing hopefully soon.
we would like to expand the show, do
Yeah.
some more fun things, and then you guys will get to see us more because we'll be doing more episodes and whatnot.
Yeah, but
So-
we've got some things on the back burner we're doing. Life is happening right now, so it's been a little crazy, and we apologize. We're doing our best.
Yeah.
Be patient with us. Like, subscribe, share, questions, comments. We would love to hear your stories about snakes. It's always fun.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can spend all day talking about snakes, not necessarily at the water garden, but just in general when I walk.
Right.
I mean, I've seen pygmy rattlers and coral snakes and
Oh, yeah.
all kinds of scary ones, but I just avoid them. When I walk, I'm like, oh look, there's a coral snake. Let me go way over
Yeah,
here.
but it's one thing when you see one walking in the woods. It's another
Another
when
one.
you see one on your back porch. You know?
Right, it's a little different situation, but
Right.
we, for the most part, I don't even startle anymore when I see a snake. I'm like, oh look, a snake.
Yeah.
You know, as long as I know, as long as it's black or green or brown, I'm okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, subscribe, share, comment below. Tell us your stories. We'd love to hear them.
Yeah.
Take care.
Have a good one.